Welcome to Wonders. Visualize your vocabulary. Turn any SAT word into a picture and remember it forever. You have to make a picture of it because then it will last longer. Like this word nerd's little cheeky cheeks. Let's get this started with. Alright, first word is jubilant. Now, jubilant is an adjective, and it means to have some fun or something to be elevated, to be elated, where that person is suddenly turned into joyful by so many more times. Like, when someone's jubilanted, they're suddenly turned into something that's great and awesome. Alright, our next word is superfluous. Superfluous means excessive. Oh, wait, I didn't change it. Okay, here. Superfluous. Superfluous means something is excessive, and here you actually use, remember it, with superfloss, because superfloss, well, that's very superfluous for trying to floss your teeth, because you don't need that much floss to actually floss your teeth. This guy even twirls it around his hands. Imagine that. A bunch of superfluous superfloss. Why would you need this much floss? Ask him. Alright, our next word is hedonist. A hedonist is someone who wants to go ahead and seeks his life. His main goal in life is to go ahead and do everything pleasurable in his entire life, to make his life completely based on his own pleasure. Now, so this guy is told that he has only 6 months to live, so he creates a bucket list full of 6 months worth of, well, items. And he goes ahead because he's hedonist for the rest of the 6 months. So, because he's 25, he's too young. And after he makes it, and when he finally checks it off after 6 months, he finally feels satisfied. Except now he has like a month left and he doesn't know what to do. Alright, our next word is anonymous. Now, anonymous means, well, to be very secretive. To be secretive and to not be very, shall we say, public. Here, this mouse is from the funny bone. And because he's from the funny bone, he's like, hey, what do you call a mouse that has no name? A non-named mouse, shall you say? That's right. It's called the anonymous mouse. Da-dun-dun, da-dun-tsh, da-dun-tsh. Now, is that the funny bone? Not really. Well, it's a joke. That's why there's the da-dum-tsh. Our next word is compassion. Now, you might remember this book from the earlier parts of the channel, like a year ago. Captain Ahab has went ahead and burned through everything he can have. After Moby Dick attacked his ship, he and his cargo and he and his little crew went ahead and went into these lifeboats, except Captain Ahab was bitten in half, except it's an alternate universe where he was not bitten in half. So he goes ahead and asks Starbucks, by the way, the Starbucks cafe brands is actually, the coffee shop brands are based on this Starbucks guy's name, and asked him, well, what does the compass say? What does the compass show? And he must show compassion because, well, the compass is heading nicely. Okay, our next word is maladroit. Maladroit means to have something that doesn't work really well, to be very stupid. Here, Santa decides to do the stupidest thing that he can ever do, replace all his elves with drones. And he realized that's a pretty big mistake because this one needs recalibration. He's given a rubber mallet that has a stamp on it, and he's supposed to stamp every product that goes on the line. However, half of them he doesn't stamp, which goes there, and the ones that he does stamp, well, he breaks them in half. Mallet droid. You remember this maladroid of a mallet droid. Well, because this is pretty awkward. I think Santa kind of regrets firing all his elves. Alright, our next word is baleful. Now, baleful means to be, well, foreboding, to have something that's literally right above you, and you realize it's right there, and then you decide that, hey, it's sort of a little foreshadowing, shall we say. And you remember this with baleful. Hey, heads up! And you look up and you realize there's a bunch of bale that's full of hay. And as a baleful person says, it's gonna go ahead and land right on your head. You better keep your hats on if you have one. Oh, you don't? Well, too bad for you, I guess. Put your hands on your head because this is gonna hurt. Now, our next word is adversity. Now, adversity means something that's distressful, because when something's in adversity, that means it's distressing, very distressing. Now, here's this ad university, and then suddenly it had this adversity. With that, the sign changed to adversity. And they're like, what the heck? What just happened here? That's what I call an actual emergency. Alright, our next word is feign. Now, feign means to affect something, to go ahead and affect something. You affect yourself, probably a little too much, by wearing some stupid contact lenses that make you look like vampires and can't let you blink, at least can't let you blink, so you have to take them out every few seconds. And you wear some fake fangs on your teeth to make you look like a vampire, except I don't think that's a good idea to not being able to blink. However, your friends decide to dress up as the victims. Alright, our last word of the day is impetuous. Impetuous is an adjective, and it means to be very impulsive. Now, you and your family are traveling in India, and then you see a little charm dancer, snake charm dancer, charm around and dance around by going ahead and blowing on the stuff. However, you try to go ahead and absentmindedly, impetuously go ahead and try to pat him on the head. And he's like, what are you doing? And you're like, pet your ass, impetuous. Pet your asp? Well, that's a mistake, because this one's a highly poisonous cobra. And like, and you know what an asp is, right? Yeah, the opposite of a cobra. An asp and a cobra are the same thing. Oh. Well, that's the stupidest thing that anyone can do. That's it for today, folks. I hope to see you guys soon in the next episode. And so until next time, Shawn out. Peace. Bye-bye. Wear a helmet. I need a new phone. Da-dun, da-da-da-da-da, dun, da-dun, da-dun.